Birmingham, the second most populated city in England, currently only has one club within the Premier League in Aston Villa, whilst London has 7. Reason behind that is, back in 2011, Birmingham City got relegated from the Premier League, spent 13 years in the Championship before getting relegated to League One. Now in 2025, Birmingham City has been promoted again into the Championship, gaining 111 points in 46 games, whilst only losing 3 of those. A team led by top goal scorers like Jay Mansfield and Alfie May up top, and defended by top performers like Christoph Clara and Ben Davies. So today, we will take over Birmingham City, take them back into the Premier League, spend lots of money on new transfers, and take them to European glory if we may. Let's begin. And for this journey, my friends, we have put Birmingham where they belong, back in the Championship. In one of the most recent victories, which was a 4-0 victory against Mansfield, Birmingham was lined up with Stansfield up top, Williamson in that midfield, Anderson and Dowell on the wings, with Iwata and Park Sung-ho holding down the centre, with the likes of Davies and Clara in the centre-back position, Ethan Laird at right-back, and Alsop in goal. This team has a bunch of quite good players right now, especially for the Championship. If we only rely on what we have, I do believe we can survive in there. But thrive is a different question. The highest potential in the team belongs to Stansfield, 69 rated right now, only 21 years old, 80 potential on him. And after that, everyone is below 80. So you can tell we need good talents to take this team further. But let me tell you one thing about this rebuild. I have continued working on the coding, and I have a bunch of randomizers that we can use for this video. You might have seen it in the latest video where we had a career mode slot machine. As you can tell right here, I have a bunch of them lined up, and I am ready to go and to show you what this is about. I'm so proud of the fact that I've been able to create this basically on my own. The budget here at Birmingham is at 8.8 million, which I feel like is a bit low, but we can work with that. So to start us off in this rebuild, I'm thinking playstyle randomizer, which basically will give me any playstyle in a game. And whichever one it is, the player that I buy right now has to have that playstyle. This is a really fun way to really spice things up from the boring ways we all play our career modes. And here we go. What is it going to be? It will be the whipped pass. Okay, most of the time, wingers or fullbacks have that, so let's see if we can find one. So Luca Langoni is the one I have chosen. Might be the perfect player for us for a winger position, but we do mainly have players who are aging or who haven't really played for Birmingham as much as a starter in the past season. He comes in for 3 million plus Hansson, who only made 12 starts out of those 46 games, it seems. So I thought this would be quite fitting. And Anderson is 29 years old, and I want to bring in a bit of youth into this position. But then I'm looking at Dowell. He's 26. He's not necessarily a right midfielder. We could just put Langoni over there, to be fair. So he comes in with the whipped pass, the rapid, the quick step, which excites me. 90 pace on him with 73 dribbling, 5'8" tall. That randomizer was class. Before I move on though, I think I want to switch to a 4-3-3 attack formation. So let's make that happen. Because it was so much fun, let's do it again. What kind of challenge are we getting this time? Dead ball specialist. Most of the time, those players tend to be center attacking mids, I believe. 7 goals and 9 assists in the past year. A midfield maestro. A player that I think is class, but has been stuck in the 2nd division in Italy, playing for Spezia. This, my friends, is of course Salvatore Esposito, one of the Esposito brothers. And this one is so freaking good. Honestly, one of the best hidden gems that you can get into your team. He comes in now into this team for Luke Harris, who's only loaned in anyway. So I believe if I simulate one day ahead, he will be gone. But Esposito comes in with, of course, the dead ball, but also incisive pass, long ball pass, intercept, anticipate, trivela, all these play styles. This guy's a beast. So Birmingham City have now got themselves an incredible player, and I truly believe this will be one of the most influential transfers throughout this entire rebuild. I'm mad happy about this. But guess what? I have more to offer. Academy Randomizer. Something that you haven't seen so far. This will give you a nation and a position. So basically, you will have to spin it, get a nation to send a scout to, and also which type of position you're going to be looking for. And here at Birmingham, I want to have one academy player that comes through and becomes a hero for this team as well, a part of this team. So here we go. Let's spin it. Where are we going? Sierra Leone midfield. Sierra Leone. Okay. It's probably Sierra Leone, right? I'm probably mispronouncing it, but it did say midfielder, and I can go for any midfield position. We have center mid and Cam. But Cam, we just signed Esposito, so I'm going to go for center midfielder. Try and find something there that could become an exceptional talent for the future. Very happy about this. A bunch of players are on loan in this team. So technically, because I'm in the new season and in the championship, I should let go of Ben Davies. But to be completely honest with you, he only has 1 year of a contract left at Rangers when he returns to that club. So I'm thinking Birmingham surely want to sign him permanently. And that's exactly what I've done just now. And it has all happened for about 1.4 million. And we might have just found the Youth Academy talent. Rasham Tufour is the one. 57 to 77 potentially. 74 to 94 actual potential. 2 roles. Maybe 1 playstyle. I don't know. Don't care about the playstyle here. 775k in value. I'm still gonna look. Maybe we find someone better. Birmingham finishes the season in the 5th position, which is quite impressive because I haven't brought in that many players yet. I wanted this first season to be played out with the ones that they actually have, and that's impressive. But in the playoffs, lads, we faced up against Sheffield United and got beat on the penalties 3-0. I mean, how bad do you have to be on penalties to not score a single one? That's horrible. For the academy, I actually found one more talent, 82 to 94 potential in Zende Afua. And then I also have Rasham Tufour, who you have seen earlier. So I'm actually thinking I might try and build up both of these guys. And hopefully I can bring them into the squad next season and then loan them out, potentially. With Tufour, I'm not too sure yet. But because we are in the championship for another season, there might be room for him. Anyways, the original squad, Stansfield has gone up by +3. Esposito has moved up a little bit after initially dropping to a 71 as a cam. So Langoni is on fire, 78 rated. I love that. And I'm assuming Bielik actually played. And probably the same goes for Samsted, who was loaned in. So going into this next season, we need to figure out which positions I really need to upgrade. And I'm assuming it's the left wing first of all. And then maybe goalkeeper as well. Peacock Farrell at one point used to be a decent talent in the game, I remember. Stats-wise, Langoni, 31-8 is incredible from right wing. Right on the right midfield position. Somehow got as much playtime, it seems. 18-4. Don't know how he pulled that off. May coming in with the 13-6. Didn't sell him because he has done so well in real life, despite the fact that he's 31 now. Stansfield has gotten +3 this season with 8-1, which is a bit of a letdown. He probably should have played ahead of May a lot more, but it's fine. You surpassed him now in his actual rating. Esposito, 4-11. Very good season for the new lads. This season, I was given 22 million. Give me another playstyle. Let's go for another player right here. What's it going to be? Incisive pass. That is a playstyle I love. Yet again, I'll find myself signing a player I've never used before. Tyrese Dolan from Blackburn Rovers is now becoming a player of Birmingham City. And he seems very short. But anyways, he walks into the club at the value of 5.7 million, which was his release clause. Otherwise, I couldn't get him. But he takes over that left wing position for me, which is a good thing. 23 years old, 82 pace on him. He is 5'5", 4-star skill moves, and incisive pass, my friend. Along with that, technical, flair, and trickster, I feel like this was a good signing. But let's not forget about our Youth Academy players. Tufour is coming in, and the same goes for Afua. Both of them are going to be sent out on loan. Time for some sales. Lee Buchanan, Dykes, Roberts, Anderson, May, Alsop have left us permanently. Afua and Tufour have gone out on loan. That took my budget up to 33 million. A tall young man is walking into the team right now because I am signing a goalkeeper, and it is Rome Jaden Ovuso Aduro. Not Aduro, Oduro. Anyways, comes in for 6 million, my friends, and this is an important signing. Now, he is not necessarily a massive upgrade, but hey, This season, he still has plenty of time to grow. Only 21 years old, 6'2" tall. I'm actually very happy with this signing. Also, Bielik has taken over from Ben Davies in the defense because obviously he's higher rated, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, in real life, Davies has played a big part in this team getting to where it is now, but this is how it's looking. Bielik, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he once play for Arsenal or something like that? Anyways, this is a decent-looking team for the championship. I still have so much money to spend, though, to really improve this team. So I'm thinking I need new midfielders. Park Sun-ho, I'm going to turn you into a backup. Delors Knieper is now the one I have chosen. This is a quite decent midfielder who, like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, was doing really well for one of the mid-table teams in Belgium. Now he has moved across to Ghent, or Gent, however you want to pronounce it. And we have gotten him now for 10.4 million plus Park Sun-ho. He comes in as a left-footed, 6'2" tall center midfielder with a 75 rating. No play styles, which is a bit of a shocker, but I'm very happy that we have brought this man into our team. One of the biggest signings so far, for sure. But after having brought him in, if we go over to the budget right now, I can show you that we still have about 16 million left. And with those 16 million, I am thinking, what if we put Bielik into a deal and bring in like a decently high-rated center-back? Someone who's at least at a 77, 78, something like that. Let's make that happen. Remember how good Girona were last year? Well, now I'm signing one of their players. Alejandro Francés is now coming into our team. A center-back, only standing 5'11" tall, who can also play as a right-back. Girona right now are not looking too good in the La Liga, and I just thought, you know what, let's bring this guy into the team. He's in and out of the Girona team as well, so this fits perfectly. 77 rated, 23-year-old, 5'11", 79 pace on him with 77 defending, good physicality as well, along with the slight tackle playstyle. Let's give this guy a chance to grow with the Birmingham squad. Birmingham has finished the season in 5th with 83 points, which obviously means that we have made it into the playoffs once again. And in those playoffs against Southampton, we lost the second game, but the first one we won convincingly, putting us through in 3-2 in a victory. And then we have the victory against Ipswich Town, which makes us playoff champions. So that means Birmingham is going up into Premier League football once again. And this right here is the squad that has pulled it off. Stansfield up to a 79. I think he blew up in rating right there. Must be at least a +6 or something. Dolan on a 78. Langoni 84. Esposito 78. Delorge as well. Only a +3, but that's okay. Ivata is a bit unhappy. I'm assuming it's because this Leonard guy has been playing. 24-year-old Scotsman. 5'10". Long ball pass, intercept, anticipate. I've paid zero attention to him. He has grown completely by himself there. And then we have Laird on a 75. Francés 81. Let's go. Clara up to a 79 as well. Only 25 years old. Hopefully by the end of this rebuild, I can have at least Clara and also Stansfield in the team. That is my goal, but maybe Leonard might be part of it as well. But then again, the Youth Academy kid might take over his position. But yeah, that's a really solid squad. And Oduro has grown quite a bit as well. What the hell is going on with the growth here? Let's take a look at it. Oduro, +5. I love that. Who is the one with the most growth? +6 on Lagoni. Again, bro, he's on fire. Then we have Francés, +4, +4, +7 on Stansfield. See? This is what I'm talking about, man. Stats-wise this season, Stansfield 28-2, Langoni 25-9, and Dolan 15-6, Leonard 6-6. He really wants that center midfield position, doesn't he? And for the youngsters, Afua +6 up to a 67, Tufor +6 as well. This is what I wanted to see. This is why we loaned them out. Now, we are a Premier League club. Let's roll it again. Here we go. What am I signing this season? Power shot. Ooh, okay. Power shot. Could be any position, really. And with 41 million, it can nearly be any player. I have actually opted in for a left back in a deal where I put in the one that we have right now, plus 10 million on top. That man right there is Alexander Prass, who used to play, if I'm not mistaken, at Sturm Graz in Austria. was a very good talent and now plays at Hoffenheim. And he comes in now with a 79 rating, 25 years old, 83 pace on him, 73 defending and 77 physicality. As a left back, that should already tell you he likes to move forward. And here it is. Power shot playstyle is on him. So for that reason, that's great. But he has a bunch of other ones as well, which makes him a very valuable player, coming in at the same rating as our captain right now. Now I'm looking at that right back spot and thinking, I need someone new. So let's go for a playstyle that is defensive, please. Long ball pass can be defensive. Let's find a right back with that. 6 goals and 7 assists from the fullback position in the past year of football. Maxim de Kuiper is now joining into my team. And remember the name, please. I've been talking about this guy for years now, and I truly believe that he needs to make that next step. He's currently playing at Club Brugge, which was already his next step. He was playing for a smaller club in Belgium before, but he can make another step in my opinion. Such a good player moving forward, can play on both sides. He is originally a left back, but for me, I'm going to put him into that right back position. 4-star week on him as well. We can use him as a right back that cuts into the side of the pitch and, you know, takes over a little bit there. But he comes in with 81 pace, 77 shooting, 83 passing, 81 dribbling, 74 defending, 74 physicality with 6 foot as his height. And of course, the long ball pass, whipped pass, and jockey on top. One of my favorite players to use in the game. One of those ones that is like, if you know type of player. Well, we just about survived this season. 37 points. Not getting relegated. I guess I'll take that as a big dub. Along with the fact that we now have Stansfield at an 84, Langoni at an 87, Esposito has surpassed the 80, which is good to see. Frances is outdoing Clara on a big level. The Kuiper up to an 85. Owusu is looking solid, so everyone above the 80 except the center midfield position, which is obviously reserved for the wonder kid from Sierra Leone. But hey, for the first season of the Prem, 16 goals from Stansfield, 19 goal contributions from Langoni, 17 from Dolan, and even 12 from De Kuiper. That's not too bad. And by the way, Tufor right now is 75 rated. Hopefully by the time I go into the next season, he will be a 76. After renewing contracts, I only have 28 million left this season. Our team made it to a finale. Birmingham made it to the FA Cup final and lost against Brentford. What a combination right there. But lads, let me show you. The Premier League, we are in that 12th position. I didn't spend any money. I felt like with 20-something million, what can I really improve? I want more money. And in the 12th position, I don't know if we're going to get that. We need to do better. Aston Villa finished right above us. From this season on, Villa is not allowed to finish above us anymore. If they do, we have to sell a player from the starting 11. Talking about the starting 11, this looks way better than the position we finished in. I'm actually quite disappointed. Who's the oldest player in the team right now? 27 on Clara. Okay, that's fine. Tufor up to an 81, which is really good to see. Angoni 89. He's going to surpass the 90 very soon. I'm actually very happy with the team as it is. And even Afua on the bench up to a 74 as well, becoming a good backup for Esposito. We need to do better, and for that, I might have to sacrifice someone from this starting 11 and bring in a big name if I do have the funds for it. And this season, our biggest name has been Stansfield once again, backed up by Langoni, and then the Youth Academy kid. Hey, at least we got 58 million this season. You know what? I'm going for backups for now. Before we get into European football, I don't feel like we should buy any big names from this point on. And the players that I have, I'm very happy with. Tommy Conway is now joining us for 18 million. The guy seems like a decent player as a backup striker, I was thinking. Comes in at a 79 rating. Don't think I've ever used him. He's only 25 at this stage. 83 pace, 80 shooting on him, and rapid playstyle. Should be a very good backup player, so I'm happy with that. And in he walks, another backup for our team. This time it's Kodai Sano joining us from Nijmegen. That is how you pronounce it, if I'm not mistaken. Comes in for a lot of money, actually. And Chang, I'm going to drop you from the team. Or actually, if I can, that'd be nice. But he's still part of the bench. Sano comes in at a 79 rating, just like Conway as well. 24-year-old, really balanced stats. 80 passing on him, which is really nice to have. 5'9". I'm actually feeling really good about these backups that I'm signing, but that's it. No more money. I wanted European football. I didn't know we were going for the freaking Premier League title. Second behind only Manchester City. Aston Villa finished third, which is insane. Both teams have jumped up so much. But seeing that is great. It's amazing. That means the team must have done really well in terms of growth. Here we go. So, Stansfield 89, Langoni 91, Dolan, a little bit of growth up to an 85, Esposito solid to 486. Let's go. Defensively, we are looking incredible. Oduro up to an 87, and even the players on the bench are looking quite solid. Props to myself for finally buying bench players again. But hey, here we go. Stansfield, Langoni, Dolan, Esposito, the top performers. To 4 again with over 10 goal contributions from centre midfield. Only 21 years old now. And with Champions League, there comes money. 160 million. How could I rebuild Birmingham without bringing back one of their own? Job Bellingham is now joining back into the team, a squad where he was in the youth academy. For 55 million, we have now signed him to come in as a competitor in that centre midfield position. 84 rated at this stage with 4 very good play styles at the height of 6'3", competing with Delorge from this point on. So you can earn your spot in this team, buddy. It's your choice. And now it's time to bring in backups for the centre-back position. This is Christian Mavisa joining us for 35.9 million. He's a very talented player, coming in at the rating of 81. And we need centre-backs. We need full-backs. He's the first centre-back to join us now with 80 pace on him, with 80 defending, 84 physicality. I'm very happy about this signing, and I still have a bunch of money to spend on different defenders to walk into this team now. And here comes the next one, a player that can play right back and also left back. This is Diogo Travassos, joining us for 34 million. A player I would highly recommend to bring into your career modes as well at the rating of 81. So, with that, our bench looks even better now. With Job Bellingham, with Travassos and Mavisa joining into the team, I truly believe that this starting 11 can compete for a Premier League title. And who knows, maybe if we win that title, Bellingham might be interested in coming back too. And now Birmingham City have done it. 78 points, Premier League champions ahead of anyone else. And that to me means if Jude wants to come back and unretire his number, it's his. We have truly not only built an incredible starting 11 where Job has now taken over his position, Delorge is on the 86, Bellingham has sprinted past him there, but we also built a good enough bench, and that's something I'm happy with. I probably should sign one winger if I can to replace Chang right here, but that is something we can do later on as we go into the next season. But this team looks insane. And the stats, Langoni, he's back again, 28 and 9, Stansfield 24 and 5, original of the team, Esposito 34 goal contributions, and Job coming in with 16 for himself. Whilst our right back keeps performing and Dolan has 15 assists. And there it is. Finally, the move has happened. My entire budget after winning the Premier League title has been spent on one man and one man only. It is, of course, Jude Bellingham. And that was 195 million basically, lads. Spent it all on this man to come in and to take over from Esposito, which just feels wrong, but at the same time just feels so right. Let's be completely honest. I'm going to take Leonard off the bench, going to put Afua in there because he's a youth academy lad. But Bellinghams are now reunited at Birmingham. I think the last time I did this was when I rebuilt Sunderland, and I obviously had Job and then I brought Bellingham along. But this means more. Both are back home. And there it goes. We unretired the number 22 for Jude Bellingham. And we also beat Aston Villa in the Community Shield. That should be a very big moment for the team, even though the trophy itself doesn't mean much, but beating Villa there, that's quite cool. The FA Cup has been won by our team as well against Leeds United in the finale. Then in the Carabao Cup, well, we didn't take part in the final. That's okay. In the Premier League, however, 86 points. Champions again. Congratulations. But of course, there is one thing missing that we wanted to go for, and that is the Champions League. Juventus first, we came in second. In the round of 16, we beat the likes of Olympique Lyon quite close, 5-4. Then we got past the likes of PSG, 4-3. Which Arsenal couldn't do. And we also, which by the way, Liverpool also couldn't do. I'm just joking. But here we are. We have beaten Manchester City. And now we're up against Chelsea. That is the team we're going to be facing. I can't remember the last time I faced Chelsea in a Champions League finale. But we'll see how good their team is. But enough talking about their team. Let's check out ours. Here it goes. 88 rated Dolan. Stansfield 91, no playstyle, what a disgrace. Langoni 93 now with the Rapid Plus. Bellingham 95, obviously, some really good stats on him. 2-4 up to a 90 as well. Get in there, son. And then we have Job on an 89. The defense looks incredible. Everyone past that 90. We have Jockey Plus, Slide Tackle Plus, Block Plus, and the Power Shot Plus in the defense, with our goalkeeper on a 90, with Esposito also on a 90, an amazing backup, and Delorge, and also Mavisa, and even Travasso Sensano. So for once, a decent enough bench from me. But let's check out the stats right here. 36 and 16. Langoni could be up for the Ballon d'Or unless Stansfield comes up with an incredible performance in this Champions League final. That could sway the votes. But then we also have Job doing well, better than his brother, which is insane to see, and Dolan with 7 and 14. Let's take on this Chelsea team. And by saying this Chelsea team, I mean this one right here. How's it looking? Nkunku, Palmer, Alvarado, don't know who that is. Madueke in there, Caicedo, Kimmich, Nuno Mensch, Kalulu, Chaloba probably doesn't play. I assume someone else will come in there. Abate at right back, Sanchez. Abate, wasn't that like right back at AC Milan at one point? The guy with like blonde hair. I still can't remember him. Let's take him on. Let's see how this one goes for our team. Birmingham, he's all the way at the top here, and wanting to outdo Aston Villa. Is that going to be happening? Aston Villa obviously have great history and have won some big trophies as well. But we could do the same with Langoni getting taken out inside the box. No foul. The Kuiper all the way on the left. Dolan, Job, Jude and Job working together. That should be fun. Langoni, pass and move. Langoni, 1-0. The Argentinian scores. Stansfield, you gotta score, buddy. Otherwise, the Ballon d'Or goes to him 100%. And if I'm not mistaken, Tufor just got his assist in a Champions League final as well. So, congratulations to the Academy kid from Sierra Leone. He wants more. He wants another one from Stansfield. And he doesn't get it. Nice, good steal. Stansfield. Back into Jude. Langoni again. Can he get another one? Hits the post. Dolan aiming for Jude. Can't find him. A couple of changes. Esposito and Delorge are coming in for the Bellingham brothers for us. Karim Konate sprinting past Clara, but can't do the same past Frances. Here we go. Stansfield, downwards run. Thank you. Run, Stansfield. Get your moment. This is your moment. Are you freaking kidding me, man? How do you miss 2 sitters? Uh-oh. 90th minute. Frances, slide tackle plus. Let's go. Into Stansfield. He wants to get his moment. Passes it across. Langoni. Oh my god, what the hell did I just do there? Why did I just lob it? It's done. Birmingham have won the Champions League. And of course, it's not just the Champions League. We have all the trophies lined up on the bus except the Ballon d'Or. Who's the one? Are they gonna give it to Langoni? It is Langoni. Stansfield is sat next to him alongside our left wing as well. So all 3 of our attackers were nominated for this. But an Argentinian right wing is picking up the Ballon d'Or. Nothing new there. Lads, congratulations, Birmingham. You've done a great job. But also at the same time, my friends, as you know, your boy has been working on this site for a while now. And as you all might remember, I am planning to release this at some point. Let me know what you would like to see else in this. What could I also bring into the game that could make career mode even more fun? I am planning a lot of things, but so far I think we have a great base to play with. So let me know what you want, and thanks to Birmingham. Great club, great players that we have brought in, and the Bellingham Bros were back, so hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Have a good one. Take care and peace.